Welcome. We are here on Real Estate in Lowcountry, and with me now is Miles Chandler, and he is a new guest to our show. So welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about you. We'll get started with your background. I know you want to really focus on Zenith Degree, which is your property management business that you've started here, but I think folks are going to be a little bit interested to know about your background.
Yeah, a little bit of an interesting background. Originally from New York City, born and raised. People say it's like last of a dying breed. Grew up in the East Village of Manhattan and got into modeling and acting at a young age. Was semi-successful, did a Law and Order, did a Blue Bloods, did a couple of things there. And eventually over time, my wife, back then was my girlfriend, she got a job offer and they said, Charleston or Bluffton. And she's originally from Brooklyn. Okay. And we were done with the city life, or the party town, so to speak. So we said, well, what's Bluffton? And came down here not knowing what to expect in 2017 and fell in love with it down here.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to fall in love with.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different pace than New York City.
Yes,
sure. Although
which I like.
It's kind of busy out there now.
Yeah. Well, we noticed it at the supermarket. When you're checking out, it's very slow. When the beeps, or in New York City, it's just, conveyor belt that's speeding.
Yeah. I mean, I'm from the Midwest, and even from there to here, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little bit used to that, but it's good. It's all a good change. Mm-hmm. So when you came here originally, you were actually in the hospitality industry.
No. So I came down here really just following my wife.
Okay.
She's the attorney. She actually does real estate law, and now she does that. And when I came down here, I noticed a lot of hospitality opportunities, and so quickly landed on a role working for a Marriott Vacation Club, and worked my way up from security officer to front desk manager, and had a blast doing that. And someone headhunted me to go work at a tech startup, which has now since gone IPO and actually got acquired by Marriott, called Sonder.com.
Interesting.
So I was responsible for the Savannah market, oversaw 7 different buildings, managing 63 units in total, and on Airbnb, VRBO, all of that. So had a lot of.
So you definitely have some background in what you now have decided to do as an entrepreneur on your own, a solopreneur.
Yes, solopreneur. Yeah.
For Zenith Degree. So talk to us about that company.
Yeah, so I got burnt out after COVID with hospitality. Actually, when I started, they let go of my whole team, and they said, no, we'll keep you. And so I was,
I can do the whole team.
I was mopping floors and sweeping. I was helping turning rooms. I did a lot of hands-on work. And lo and behold, I just kind of thought, I'm a bit done with hospitality, let me try real estate. And so I got into real estate and I got my property manager's license. In South Carolina, you get either a real estate agent license or a property manager's license. Okay. So I went the property management route and worked for a firm. And then after a while, I kind of was like, you know what, I think I want to go out and do this on my own. So I got the proper licensing and went out and did it on my own. And I try to focus on long-term, but hospitality is just one of those things that keeps pulling me back in. So I do have a couple that I manage, and I try to lean more towards the long-term residential, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
I'm sure you are. Well, you were a one-man band for a while for a big company. Why not do it for yourself?
Exactly, yeah. And there was my late grandmother, she was my best friend. I was driving home once and I was venting to her, and I was like, I'm sweating, I'm crying, I'm bleeding over here, doing all these things. It just doesn't make sense. I should do it on my own. And the grandmother was very no, keep the job. Don't do anything rash. So I wish that she was around to see me now, because I am doing it. And it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. I always say to people, I left the 9 to 5 to start the 9 to 8, all while being a part-time stay-at-home dad. So it's a lot.
That is a lot. But what do you think is different about you? If somebody's looking for somebody to really maintain their home while they're not here, their eyes on the ground, what differentiates you from the other companies?
It's a great question. So I guess the best way to put it is I offer kind of a white glove style approach to property management. A lot of these other property management companies, you'll call them and you might get an office, you might get someone else that you weren't expecting. When you call my number, you get me. And so that's 24/7, 365, my phone is on and you're getting me. So it's a bit different and unorthodox because normally people have all these other different team members, but really you're just dealing with me. And I do have a book of vendors that I rely and trust on. I know Business Network International was mentioned previously, and so I'm also a member of BNI. Reluctantly took the president seat for the chapter.
Well, why not?
Why not? Yeah. They asked me, and I was like, I just had a baby, I just started a business. Why? But it felt right, and I like growing and I like learning, and so again, I've been having a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, Miles, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll be back again and tell us more about your business and even more about your family. Congratulations on your baby.
Yeah.
And welcome to the area.
Awesome, thank you.